Hey guys, Max here, and here's everything you need to know about what Apple just announced at their April 20th event in under 6 minutes. So this event, as usual, was absolutely beautifully produced. I mean, anyone would tell you this event was a joy to watch. It's a fantastic, fantastic format. We have 7 announcements to talk about today. Apple Card, Apple Podcasts, iPhone 12, AirTag, Apple TV 4K, iMac, and the iPad Pro. So they basically covered all of their bases and all of the product areas that they are in, except for Apple Watch. Overall, it was a super packed show. Let's kick it off with Apple Card. So Apple Card just has a new little feature, which is family sharing. So anyone over the age of 13 can have their own Apple Card, and it can be tied to a parent's bank account, and they're going to be like, spending limits and stuff like that. So that's super helpful if you are in a family and you want to give your child an Apple Card. Still not available in Canada. Kind of disappointed about that. They also provided an update on Apple Podcasts, one of their most popular services. So they redesigned their app, and they're allowing ad-free listening with a subscription service that's coming later this year. This was heavily rumored, these subscription service, not the redesigned app, but they knew they were going to talk a little bit about Apple Podcasts. So Tim Cook spoke a little bit about that before we headed over to iPhone 12, where there's a new color option, which is purple. I think it looks a little more pink. I love this color. It's totally right in time for spring and looks very spring-y. I've already downloaded the wallpaper and it's already on my iPhone. It's super awesome, so that's a cool update they have there. AirTags. AirTags were heavily rumored, heavily leaked since March 2019. So for sure, something that I'm excited about finally launching, and I think everyone else is too, because this has been a heavily leaked and heavily rumored product, and every event it seems like it's coming, not coming, and then finally, here we are, and it arrived. AirTag is $29 for a single version for a 1-pack, and then a 4-pack is $99. So pretty reasonably priced given the fact that it is Apple. Some people were saying it's going to be like $69 for one. And so definitely $29 is a nicer price, more reasonably priced, and a little uncharacteristic for Apple to do. So I'm excited that they're offering that at a more reasonable price and bringing this technology to even more people. All right, next up, Apple TV 4K got a little bit of a spec bump. We have the A12 chip inside now, and then there's also a new Siri remote, and the Siri remote has a new Siri button on the side, has a little bit of a new build almost. It's pretty nice. There's also a power button to control your TV, which is cool. There's also a color balancing feature, which allows you to color balance your TV so that your Apple TV works best on it and shows the content in the best way possible, because Apple can't factor in all of the different TV manufacturers and specifications, because there are so many TVs that you could hook up to an Apple TV, so they want to make as true to life experience as they want it to be. So that's pretty cool as well, and something that I think is a much needed update, because there are some things that don't look as good on your TV if you're using your Apple TV, because they won't be as true to life. So exciting stuff over there. Apple TV 4K is $179 for the 32GB model, and 64GB model is $199. Next, they turned it over to the Mac, where they added the M1 chip to yet another product. They added it to the 24-inch iMac, which they said has been built around the M1 chip. So that's pretty cool. It's been built specifically for the M1 chip, and it has a whole new redesign. I don't know what I think about it. We had these Pro Display XDR type rumors and such, and so I was looking at that and I was thinking like, oh man, this is going to be incredible, thin bezels, everything. I was on a tweet storm how I really, really want it, and now I'm looking at it and I'm thinking like, I don't know how I feel about it. The design is okay. There's just a big bezel on the bottom, which I'm not a fan of, but maybe that won't be the case at WWDC if they announce new 27-inch iMac or 32 or whatever it is, but not loving this design right now, but it's definitely still a great option, and I'm sure it's a great computer. The iMac also has these awesome new keyboard and mouse and trackpad, which are color specific, and so whichever color you choose to have, you'll have a matching keyboard and mouse and trackpad, which is super, super cool. So that's going to make it all a more cohesive office setup. The iMac starts at $12.99. You can order it on the 30th of April, and it comes in 4 different color options for the base model, and then 7 different color options for the higher end models. So definitely a couple color options there, and that's part of the redesign. There are a bunch of new colors now, so they're bringing back those retro colors, which I really like. Then they turned over to the iPad Pro. It was rumored that they were going to announce a bunch of new iPads, iPad mini, iPad 9 or whatever. None of that, just the iPad Pro, which is now supercharged by the M1 chip, which is kind of crazy. The M1 chip is in an iPad. And then there's also a mini LED display on the 12.9-inch model, which is awesome as well, because that's going to allow you to have deeper blacks without having the negative effects of OLED on your display like burn-in. So it's kind of a middle ground between LCD, which is what we had before, and OLED, which we have on our iPhones and stuff, but that's gonna have some burn-in in the future. So definitely future-proofing it and making sure that the display quality is as good as possible while making sure that none of those negative side effects happen. The 11-inch did not get that treatment, so I won't be upgrading because I'm on the 11-inch. I don't need anything bigger, and also I don't need the M1 chip inside of it. Like it's a little bit much for watching YouTube videos, to be honest. Maybe if they bring Pro apps, that would be a reason to upgrade for a lot of people. Hopefully Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, stuff like that is coming at WWDC. We'll have to see though. So that's everything you need to know about the Apple event that wrapped up just about 30 minutes ago. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.